Hey, drop. Yeah, hey, drop.
What's up, motherfuckers? Welcome back to another episode of the Lowlife motherfucking podcast.
What's up, buckos? We're back in the studio for this one. I know y'all love that live coverage of the DBR. Great sound quality. About 45 minutes in, it just turned into like revving motorcycles and then me trying to drunkenly explain what was happening during biker games. I told you that tequila was a bad idea. But yeah, we're back in the studio and we are we're here with Benny, the proud proprietor of the El Dorado Bar in Troy, New York, that we visited on our way out to New York. We got a little light housekeeping to get to first. So we'll get that shit out of the way, and then we'll roll into this motherfucking interview. 3 S's. We got shows, shout-outs, and sponsors. I'm going to start with the sponsors. I'm going to shout out Torque Motor Co. We saw him at the DBR. Use that Lowlife 10 discount code. Get yourself one of those fucking sissy bar bags. Everybody at the DBR had one. You don't want to be a fucking tool. Kids are going to make fun of you because you don't have the cool gear. Go over to Torque Motorcycle Co. Lowlife 10 at checkout. Go get that fucking sissy bar bag. It's the best in the biz. Rodney, Bump Shop Diaries. Bump Shop Back Room. Black Coffee Congregation. Someone hit me up on YouTube and said, hey, I didn't get a $5 off code. I don't know if you ever responded. I responded back. If you're listening to this, I do that shit manually. I'm a drunk, I'm retarded, I have a really bad short-term memory. So if you got a mug but didn't get that $5 off code, just hit me up. Hit me up anywhere, and I will get that to you in the DMs. But head on over to our store and pick up the new Lowlife Podcast Enamel Camp mug, and I will give you $5 off code, maybe. And if I forget, I will definitely get it to you eventually. So, shows. Winding down the season. I don't got any shows left. DBR already happened.
We got the Smokeout Rally September 5th through the 8th. Rowan County Fairgrounds in Salisbury, North Carolina. They got live music, wet t-shirt contest, bike show, mini bike racing, tankful bike art display, world's strongest biker competition, burnout contest, vendors, great food, and tons of camping. Your boy will be there on Friday. I believe that's the 6th. I'll be there all day Friday. If you want to fucking meet up on there, shoot me a message, and we'll figure it out.
Yeah, actually, on that show, one of our laddies hit me up today, actually right before we started recording. Bake 2 weeks. Jared Bake. 2-time winner of the Laddies Patreon giveaway. He's going to be there. So if you're going to the fucking show, let us know and we can connect y'all motherfuckers. That's what this show is about, connecting the lowlifes. You'll see Loctite there. Run right up to him, ask him for his autograph. He's going to have resting bitch face, but I assure you he wants to talk to you. And make sure you connect with the other laddies. So just hit us up and we'll let you know who's going, right? We'll facilitate that shit. All right, shout-outs. I got a shout-out. I got one shout-out. Today I got an email from a chopper noob, Mark Bitzan. Loves the show. And we love you for that, Mark. But he reached out just like not super into motorcycles yet. He knows he wants to build a chopper. He has a Honda 600, Honda Shadow. A little outside my wheelhouse, motorcycles are pretty much all the same. You know, they all have like 2 wheels, various components to make them move forward. But I'm not a big Honda Shadow guy, so I don't have a lot of insight into this. So I put them onto Lane Split Boulevard. Chop Cult has a decent Honda scene. And who else did I recommend? Oh, yeah, TJ Brutal Customs. I think he's a Honda guy, right? So anyways, I would just want to shout out. He reached out. He wanted to make some connections. He wanted to know, like, where to focus. And I've been there. We all been there. You have to start somewhere. You're not that comfortable with fucking building motorcycles. You know, the pod is one area, but go to Chop Cult. You can find people in your area. You can search by your state and find people in your area. Regrettably, Instagram is probably the best place. I mean, I fucking hate that I have to have it. I feel like a 15-year-old schoolgirl.
But fucking hate Instagram so bad.
But here's the key, dude. Start a profile. Only follow dudes that have chopper pictures. So follow us. Follow everybody we follow. Don't follow anybody from high school and no family members. Like, I have people that friend me, like family members, and I don't follow them back. Because when I open it up, I just want it to be a motorcycle machine. I just want to flip through and just see motorcycle, motorcycle, motorcycle.
I can say this. If we did not have the show, I would not have Instagram.
100%.
Dude, I fucking hate Instagram so bad.
Yeah. Yeah, Facebook, Instagram, all this social shit sucks.
Well, I like Facebook because of Marketplace. Instagram is like... When I first got Instagram, I got Instagram when we started the show, so 6 years ago. And I got it because of this show. It was dope. It was just a bunch of chopper dudes talking about shows, talking about parts they had, talking about builds. And now it's just like the most entitled, whiny fucking cunts. Like people that think they're better than other people, but really they're not. And like, I just hate it, dude. I hate it so bad. If you go back and see how many times I've posted in the past like 3 months, it's probably 0.
Yeah. I basically just post for the show on Fridays. But I do try to keep out there and see what's going on. But unfortunately, if you're posting fucking political memes or you're preaching shit, like, that's if you're virtue signaling, you know what I mean? Like, you know, ride your fucking bike and shit like that. It's like, you're probably going to get an unfollow. Just keep it cool. Keep it light and airy. Post some bike pictures. Post some fucking pictures of your friend passed out when you fucking draw a penis on his face with a Sharpie, you know? Like, just some funny stuff. Don't get too fucking hot in here, you know? Save that shit for Facebook. Go over to Facebook and do that shit. IG is for the bikes. All right. Did you have any shout-outs? Anything else?
Just shout out 3 quick ones real quick. Shout out to Steve at Deadbeat for throwing another banger. Deadbeat was super fucking cool. The vibe was dope. I think all the right people were there. Missing a couple. Definitely sucked not having Dan from No Luck Paintworks and Chopper Fisher and those guys. But still a fucking great time. A huge shout out to Jerry for making all the trophies. It was super cool to see Jerry. I haven't seen him in like a year. And then shout out to Benny for opening up his fucking bar for everybody to come hang out and eat, and fucking dope.
Hell yeah. So let's get into this fucking interview. We are joined with Benny. I keep on saying Benny Blanco from the Bronx because I'm a huge fucking Carlitos Way fan.
It's a good flick.
Are you from the Bronx?
Yeah, but like the bougie part.
Okay.
Born in Riverdale. You know, so.
Riverdale.
Yeah, it's so funny. When I first met you, when we were up on that stage, and the first time Rhino introduced you to me, as soon as you opened your mouth, I was like, this is like the poster child for fucking New York.
Whoa, I'll take it. Thank you.
Yeah. So it was actually, I think I mentioned this on the other show. The way we met was not through IG. It was not through fucking mutual acquaintances. It was through Facebook Marketplace. When I had posted my shovel and you just hit me up. You weren't interested in buying it, but you were really just like, dude, cool bike. If you ever come out to New York or whatever, stop in. There's a lot of dudes out here that fucking ride bikes. And I was like, No shit, dude. It was 3 weeks before we were gonna go right through Troy to the fucking Catskills, and I just thought that was fucking dope as fuck. Like, what a weird way to meet someone, and that was definitely like the highlight of the trip. Like, it was an awesome like everything just came together. Like, it stopped raining. We came into Troy. You guys were like, you had like the warm welcome. Everybody was like super stoked. A lot of people pushed out because of the rain, I'm assuming. And it did rain like a motherfucker after we left. But on the way there, it was just like so dope. And I mean, I'll let you tell the story. I want to definitely get the story out of, like, because we were talking a lot. So we'll, Loctite wasn't there. The listeners weren't there. So we can get into it again. But it's a cool story, kind of how, like, where you came from, how you got into the bar business. And the bar itself is amazing. The bar itself in Troy, dude, I was pleasantly surprised. I love authenticity, and Troy's just one of those places. Like, as soon as we parked, there's like a dude in a fucking dress and combat boots. There's fucking like people talking and shit. It's just one of those places, like, nobody's faking it. Everybody's just being themselves, So how did you end up opening the El Dorado? Let's start there.
Well, first, do people see my fucking face here, bro? I don't know what the fuck to do. I feel like in Talladega Nights, like, what do I do with my hands?
Yeah, people can see you.
Licking my lips and shit, like picking my nose.
Dude, everybody just, when they watch this, they just stare at my beautiful face. So they're not looking at you or Loctite. Yeah.
Fuck
Yeah,
it.
nobody looks at me.
Alright, fuck it.
Lineup talks the most.
At the bar. What were we saying, though? Where are we starting?
Oh, yeah, where'd you, I guess, let's talk about the El Dorado bar. How'd you get into the bar business? How'd you pick the spot?
The spot's funny. It's like, we kind of stumbled across it. My buddy and I bought the building, and we split the building, split the bar, but he never comes up here. But we were looking at a bar in Albany. I started buying properties up here like 7 years ago. This is like the first, like, commercial type, business type fucking thing. I'd wanted a bar.
Okay.
I immediately fucked up like I predicted. I'm sitting here throwing my hands all over the place, and I turned the fucking thing off. I like closed the window on you guys. Told you, bro, I'm fucking terrible with this stuff. So, long
it's no
story
problem.
short, me and this fucking friend of mine, who's down the city, got a lot of bread. I started buying shit up here. He got excited about it because he saw I was doing all right. Told him I wanted a bar. We started looking at Albany, believe it or not. Something fell apart then. It was very inexpensive, cheap bar, cheap building. And then a broker threw this Troy bar in front of us, and he was just like, fuck it. And I'm like, oh, bro, pretty expensive. So I'll do it, and we just did it. Just pulled the trigger. There was really no rhyme or reason. It was a cool looking bar. It was on like a dirty street.
So you were where were you living at the time? You weren't living in Troy. Actually, do you live in Troy now?
Yeah, we're up in Troy now, the wife and I. But we were on the Upper West Side. For the first couple years, I was like buying like regular residential, like little student housing type shit. We were just commuting up, like once a month, twice a month, 3 times a month, whatever I had to do to manage the properties, check on shit, move people in and out. And then it was just a coincidence. Right before that pandemic, we moved up here, like that New Year's, like January 1st, we were up here. Then that fucking virus hit in like March, I think, and we just stayed. That was it.
No shit. So you bought that thing right as COVID fucking popped off.
The fucking bar itself, even not. Yeah, I had stuff up here, but my buddy and I, when we went in on that property, I think we closed in February. COVID hit in March.
How the fuck,
dude?
Yeah, I guess. Did you open it right away, or like how the fuck did that happen?
Well, there's 8 units above it, so we got tenants.
That's
okay.
Nice. That's nice.
Fortunately, most of the tenants were rock stars, except for one, who made like the pandemic a fucking nightmare. And the bar sat vacant, but I ended up getting the liquor license during the pandemic. And then
no shit.
When shit started winding down, we were ready to rock,
Yeah, because New York is, they were a lot tougher on the bars and open, like restaurants and shit like that during that time. It's just like the worst timing. But I mean, you were ready to rock and roll as soon as that shit lightened up,
right?
Though, right?
Once it settled down, we just fucking
yeah.
It was game time, which is funny though, because during the whole period where you weren't allowed to do shit, my brother ended up moving to Troy around that time, and he's a fucking psychopath. This fucking kid just threw parties and events in there the whole time. He's blacked out the windows, and he wouldn't tell me. He wouldn't tell me because he knows I would lose my shit because I'm moderately responsible. And he just tore the fucking place up the whole pandemic.
What the fuck?
That's
He was like
funny.
like some speakeasy shit.
Oh yeah, bro. And he's a fucking proper psychopath. He's a real fucking degenerate. Like he has like a doctorate, in being a fucking scumbag. He's number one. I'm trying to. So he's been a commercial fisherman like the last 10 years in Alaska. Because as we were getting into our 30s, he's like, yo, I'm going to fucking die, or I'm going to prison, or I'm going to kill somebody for real. And he went to Alaska. And just fucking, bro, he went out to the docks, got a job on the boats, and was there for like 10, 11 years. And then...
Oh, shit.
Yeah, and then he fucking... he meets this broad out there, falls in love. I'm getting married, he says, during the pandemic. You got to fly out for the wedding. So he wants the wife and I to fly out, to the wedding in Alaska during the pandemic. But her folks kind of freaked out because they're older and they didn't want us like traveling. What if they got sick, we got sick. The whole world was fucking nuts. I didn't give a fuck. None of that COVID shit bothered me. I had a buddy. I got a Vax card for like $200. I'm not fucking. I'm not taking that shot.
Oh, I forgot about the Vax card shit.
But, I had a buddy with a stack of them, 200 a pop. So
Dude, it's fucking wild that we all lived through that, and it feels like it was so long ago. You know what I mean?
Fucking insanity.
Yeah.
But so we don't go out there because my wife's folks, all that shit. So he goes, I get it, won't be the same without you, I love you, all this shit. Bro, he gets married. The whole wedding was a whole fucking thing. Some solid stories. That's another time. The next day he hits me. He goes, yo, I'm moving back to New York. I said, you bringing your bride with you? He goes, not by myself. I said, all right, bro, come to Troy. I got an apartment for you. So he came back, and how old are you guys?
I'm 40.
37.
All right, so I'm 41. You remember the old Tasmanian Devil cartoons?
Oh, yeah.
It was like that tornado when he hit the ground. He just came. He just fucking.
What happened with him and his wife?
Yo, bro, the next day, I guess, the day after they got married, she's like, I'm not.
It was the next day?
I swear on everything holy.
Holy shit, dude.
Bro, he's like 6'1", 275. Fucking front teeth knocked out, brass knuckles, and he's buddies with the guy who knocked his teeth out now. He's just he's an animal, bro. He's a combination of you ever see that movie, No Country for Old Men?
Yeah.
The fucking, the maniac in the whole movie who's like a maniac, but he's got principles?
Anton Chigurh, yeah.
So Craig's a fucking degenerate psychopath, but he's like a man of principle. So you could bang his teeth out with brass knuckles and be good afterwards. He's a nut. So anyway, he's back here. He comes back, and during the pandemic, bro, he's throwing secret fucking parties in the bar. I'm freaking out, paying the mortgage, the bills, this, that, and he's tearing the joint up.
Just chilling.
Yeah, bro. The fucking wife and I were at breakfast locally, and some other business owner was like, yo, I heard you had a fight and threw these people out of the bar last night. So what are you talking about, bro? He walks away. I look at my wife. I go, this guy's crazy. The bar's not open. And then another 10 minutes to the breakfast, I said, fuck me, Craig was in there last night.
Is this your older brother or younger brother?
Older.
Oh, shit. He's supposed to be the responsible one.
Yeah, he's fucking. He's out of his bird.
No shit. Dude, was he doing the Alaskan king crab shit? Like Deadliest Catch type shit?
Yeah, but I think mostly they do the fuck they do? They do also, it depends on the season. They'll go out for the seasons, Some seasons are 2 weeks. It's all about I don't know much about this shit, man. It's his life. But it's what the quotas are. So sometimes they only have 2 weeks to catch this amount of salmon or these kinds of crabs and all sorts of shit. He'll go where the money is, though,
Mm-hmm.
But
No
he's
shit.
a proper fucking lunatic. You guys would get a kick out of him.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, we gotta get back out there. I mean, I just I couldn't get over like we are talking about this. I think we were talking about it during the Deadbeat show. It's just like, you know, I lived in Boston for a little while. I lived in Phoenix for a little while. You know, I lived in like these big cities. They're lame as fuck, dude. Now, you know, it's like going to Disney World. You know, it's just like corporation, 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 corporation.
Right.
And there's no mom and pop shops. There's no like local bars.
There's no school.
Yeah, nothing's dangerous. You know what I mean? No. Like everything's just like super safe and like, yeah, I don't know, man. I love being around like, and not to say that like your bar's super dangerous, but you can just tell that it's just it's grimy. You know, it's like I feel comfortable in that sort of shit. Like it's an actual. It's not a piece of shit. It's a dive bar though. You know, like. You're not gonna like what's your clientele there? Because you do like shows too. Because you do like rock. Do you hardcore and punk shows and shit like that?
We do hardcore. We do punk. We do anything. We've had we had this one fucking ridiculous reggae band from Massachusetts called Wheel Out, and they came out like when we were first like getting started, and they just wanted some exposure. They were dope. I mean, we'll do anything really. The hardcore shit's cool. The only issue with the hardcore stuff is sometimes it's like real young kids. They don't got a lot of money. Like, as much as I love the scene and all that stuff, you know, I got staff, I got bills, all that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, punk, hardcore, rock and roll, all that stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. So the bar itself, now, we were talking about it. It's in this, I think you said it was like 100-year-old building.
Yeah.
What was the building originally that eventually they converted into apartments and a bar?
Sure. The bar's been there forever. I'll give you a brief history of Troy. This is all shit you can Google. In the late 1800s, Troy was like the fourth wealthiest city in the United States per capita. So there was like all sorts of fucking people coming through. It was like they had like a fucking trolley car and shit, you know, with the tracks and all that jazz. So it was a fucking boarding house. It was the El Dorado Hotel. There was 30 single occupancy rooms upstairs, and then downstairs was the bar. It was men only, standing room only. They had like fucking bologna sandwiches, you know, for like 10 cents in there, that kind of shit. There was a secret room in the back for the judges and the politicians to do what they did and all that jazz. So yeah, it was a big. It was like I don't call it a fucking landmark, but it was serious business here in Troy. And then, you know, eventually, you know, things slowed down. I know it was still single room occupancy upstairs into like the mid to late 90s. And at that point, it was all just like real bad shit going on up there. You know, like, it was no longer like businessmen in town, you know, fucking, and
yeah.
And soldiers or whatever, whoever the fuck stays in these places. It was mostly like fucking junkies and bullshit, and,
right?
You know, all the nonsense that comes with it. So at some point in time, they converted those 30 rooms into like 8 units, which is funny because I don't think there was any rules when they did it. So you might get an apartment up there now with like a toilet in the fucking closet, you know, like an elevated kitchen, a sunken living room, whatever the fuck. It's a wild layout up there, but the bar's been there forever. Yeah. It was the El Dorado probably until maybe like the 90s. And then it was Dublin's, which was like a proper hardcore bar. And then it was this place called Bar Troy where they served like cocktails and like goofy birthday drinks and shit. And then they were shut down for a bunch of years. At least 5-6 years before I got in there. So my partner and I were like, fuck it, you know, we'll just bring it back. And the locals went nuts, and it was the move.
No shit. What was Troy like? Why were they so wealthy? Were they like a fucking steel town or some shit? Like what?
Yeah, if I had to guess, I mean, there was manufacturing and shit. It is the home of Uncle Sam. It's also a fucking city on the Hudson River, so you got to figure everything that came out of Vermont, Massachusetts, over here probably passed through Troy, hit some fucking boats, and then went downstream. You know?
Yeah.
You know,
yeah. So probably like And a lot of those buildings down there, they're still really old, right? Like brick buildings and shit. They're probably factories and fucking textiles and all that.
If you Google it, Scorsese shot a lot of his shit up here because a lot of the brownstones and stuff were built at the same time Manhattan was being fucking developed. So when he wants to do a fucking scene, or when he wanted to do a scene that looked like, the city back in the day, he did it up here.
Oh,
No
shit.
shit.
You Google it. This is just me fucking. Google will give you a much better answer, history than I
Yeah.
will.
That's fucking sick though, and I bet it's fucking way cheaper for a fucking film company to
Right.
shoot in Troy than in New York fucking city and shut down fucking Times Square, whatever the fuck they have to
Right.
do.
100%.
Yeah.
A lot cheaper up here. That's it. As far as our customers, we got like young professionals, artists. The bike scene's dope. We got a lot of guys on bikes, cool fucking people. A lot of musicians naturally. We get late night. We get like a lot of service industry. A lot of the bartenders, waiters, waitresses, hotel workers. Everybody just converges upon our fucking joint. What we do is most bars close like midnight, 1. We go till 4 a.m. But we lock the doors
Damn.
at 2 a.m. So from 2 a.m. on, if we don't know you, if you don't know somebody inside that we know, you're not getting in. And this stops like a lot of the tough guys, a lot of like drunk fucking jerk offs, and randoms and all that shit.
Yeah.
So it's cool. It's fucking solid.
That's a state thing too, right? The 4 a.m. like all, or is it like
bro.
by? Yeah.
Some places got to shut down. I think it's by the town or by like the whatever the fuck it is. Because there's some places like 12, 2 a.m. We go until 4. That's our thing.
Yeah. My buddy used to live in fucking Williamsburg, and I went out there and visited him one time. I ain't built like that anymore, dude. Like 4 a.m. Like staying up till 4 a.m. fucking partying, dude. He threw me in a gypsy cab. I was out of my fucking mind, Like that's late. That's early in the morning, dude. The fucking sun's coming up. By that
you're
time.
not going to bed after that.
Really, you don't go
no.
hard like that? Where you guys are from?
Not anymore. I mean, maybe when I was younger, for sure. You know what I mean? I got wife and kids.
Not
so,
even that much younger. 4 years ago,
Yeah.
we were doing this at Deadbeat.
Okay.
We would drink for 3 days straight.
Right. Yeah, I can't do it anymore either. 41, but I mean, into my fucking 30s. If you didn't, this is back in Manhattan, not in Troy. We were sitting in the fucking bar until they booted us at like 5, and we're going straight to after hours.
Yeah.
Drink till 10 in the morning, 11 in the morning, like every fucking weekend.
Jesus Christ, dude. Yeah, it's rough out there. That's what I mean. You need a little something, a little toots magoots, a little nose candy, some nose beers.
Forget about it. Some of that fucking I'm sensitive. I don't want to say the wrong thing now and not be PC, but yeah, some of that Energizer drink.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the fucking snooters.
Yeah, dude. Well, dude, I don't know, man. I don't think a lot of kids drink nowadays. Like.
No, the culture is shot.
Yeah. Yeah,
Bro,
like
it's not
if
when
you're
I go
young,
to
you're not going to meet women and shit. You just go on Tinder or something and match with them. Stay home, smoke some weed, watch some Netflix, have
Even
a
like
cheap
grown
date.
men, bro. Like I used to go to this bar in Bay Ridge, Brooklyn, in like 2006, 2007, and I'd be coming back from Manhattan. I was in Bay Ridge, Brooklyn, the last stop off the R train, the 95th Street stop. So by the time the fucking train pulled in, I was getting back to fucking my spot like 9:30, 10 in the morning. And there was this bar called Kelly's Tavern in Bay Ridge. And I'd go knock on the back door, and I'd go in, 10:30 in the morning, my fucking mailman's there crushing martinis,
Damn.
But there was like this culture, like dudes who used to drink. Now it's just like, I don't know, fucking guys want to do fucking CrossFit, talk about the feelings and shit. I don't know.
Yeah.
You don't see like bars packed with like iron workers and tough guys and fucking, I'm not saying talk about your feelings is a bad thing. CrossFit's a bad thing, but I don't know. This what I know what I knew bars as, they no longer are.
Yeah, that's for sure.
So
Yeah, I remember like back in the day, dude. There was no cell phones. Like when I started drinking, I had a little black book with a little fucking, and you'd have to get a number and call me on my landline.
I think I keep losing you guys a little bit here.
Yeah, I don't know. He keeps cutting.
Yeah,
Rhino, you keep dropping.
My there's like a wicked fucking thunderstorm over my head right now, and it keeps on dropping out.
Yeah.
But But
Yeah,
dude. I don't know what I mean. Definitely missed part of the conversation there, and you probably I probably cut out for a second, but seems to be passing. Yeah, dude. Back in the day, you'd actually have to go out to like meet people. Like if you wanted to get new friends or meet a fucking girl, you go out to the bar and
Bro,
you bring your little black boat. Yeah, you have to go up to him and be like, "Hey," you know what I mean?
Yep.
You'd have to like take a shot and be like, "Hey, get some courage."
yeah. So what's like your average customers at the bar? What kind of guys you seen there? Just guys our age?
Yeah, yeah, for the most part, I'm trying to
Unless
think.
it's a punk show, I'm assuming.
Yeah,
The punk
I
and
mean,
hardcore show bring out the younger guys.
yeah, it's mostly guys, girls our age, give or take a few years.
Yeah.
But you look at the
Yeah.
older folks in there too, and then when our kitchen's operating, I mean, we get all walks of life. We put out some serious fucking food.
Yeah.
For the first year, I brought up one of my buddies with me, this kid Dominic, Uncle Dom's Pizza, and he was making these Detroit-style pies out of our kitchen. And,
No shit.
Yeah, and we kept making them. He ended up moving back to the city. He's born and raised on 119th between First and Pleasant. He's a sick fucking chef.
No shit.
Good dude, yeah. So he really, he was a major contributor to the kitchen we have today.
Yeah, you have like a full blown kitchen?
We do, but of course it's been fucked like all summer. This old building, shit just falls apart. So
Right.
I spent the last couple weeks waiting on the parts, and then we had our guys fucking fix the exhaust back there. It was so fucking hot we couldn't cook this summer,
Damn.
Yeah, we got the pizza oven, the griddle, the deep fryers, and the exhaust
no
wasn't
shit.
working. Yo, I was back there making pizzas. I mean, bro, it was 200 degrees. It was just I couldn't put people back there.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. When the
Is
food's
it?
going.
Do you have to serve some kind of food with it being a bar?
So during the pandemic, you had to, but then my SLA attorney was saying you always had to, and just I guess it was never really.
Yeah, because I
enforced.
know a lot of states like that. You have to have some kind of food, whether it's like chips or fucking
Right.
eggs or whatever the fuck it
Yeah,
is.
pickled eggs in the bar, whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
I heard that was the rule. I really don't know. I'm only 3 years into being like a bar owner, and my experience is all coming from during the pandemic and afterwards.
Yeah. Me and Ryder were talking about this not long ago. People need to start bringing that shit back, man. Just that fucking grungy ass jar full of pickled eggs on the bar top.
Oh, it's badass.
Dude, I love that shit.
No, that's what it's about, bro. That's what it's
Yeah.
about.
Like, you're just like, you're fucking 6 beers deep, a couple shots of fucking Jameson, you're like, give me that egg.
Yeah, that'll straighten you right out.
Give me
too.
5. Serve them in a
Well,
styrofoam cup.
I love that shit.
All day. No, love that shit. And that's like proper dive bar shit too.
Yeah.
It's like, to Rhino's point, dive bars are like a dying breed right now.
Bro,
Now
forget
it's like
about it.
everybody wants to be like this top notch, like hipster fancy fucking bar, like the weirdest drink menus and like fucking disgusting beers. Like, I don't know. I'm just a simple guy. I like PBR and fucking
No, you don't-
Modelo's. You know what I mean?
You don't want a beer that
sour
smells like
beer.
flowers.
Yeah, I don't want a
Yeah.
sour beer. I don't want a blondie or whatever the fuck it's called. I just want to have a beer
Yeah.
and talk shit with some dudes at the bar.
But dude,
Yeah,
that's
no,
the
you
whole
fucking-
point of it is like these fucking venture capitalists. They go out and they buy a bar, they spruce it all up. They have 185 different drinks on tap. Everything's perfectly clean. It's like
Right.
light. It's super light, bright. The bathrooms are clean. It's like, dude, there's nothing like going to a dive bar and you're just like, oh, I can just fucking relax. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
you can
Yeah.
drink out of a can.
I like
You're not
when I
putting
go
on
into a
airs.
bar and like my shoes are sticking a little bit. I'm like, this is
Yeah.
the spot I want to be at.
It's time.
Yeah.
Like this place gets rowdy at nighttime.
Yeah, plus it's like
fucking-
the clientele's more fun, you know? You actually meet
Yeah, yeah.
interesting
Forget about
people
it.
with like weird fucked up stories.
Dude,
Yeah.
we had this one guy in there. Fight broke out, and I was outside bullshitting some people. My brother comes running out, and he's an orangutan. He's the first person. He loves to be in the middle of a scrap. And I was telling you about his teeth before. He doesn't give a fuck. And he comes out and he says, "You got to get in here and handle this." So it's fucking very confusing for me that he wasn't just yoking dudes up and throwing them out. I get in there, and we're a proper fucking dive, man. We don't give a fuck. If you're cool, hang out. We don't tolerate the bullshit, but the weird shit all day. Like you said, the guy with the skirt outside. I'm not thrilled because sometimes he harasses the customers. But if he had money, I'd tell him to come inside and have a fucking drink.
Yeah.
Right.
I don't give a fuck. But anyway, this one time my brother calls me in, and we let this dude in with his 2 chihuahuas, and we had this creepy fucking Eastern European dude in there, some older guy. I don't know where the fuck he was from. He had a thick accent and shit. Bro, he was fucking jerking off one of the chihuahuas on the bar.
What the
That's
fuck?
a little much.
Yeah.
He went a little too far.
And he had his 2 fingers like he was holding a joint, and he was fucking jerking the dog off. So the guy's freaking out. So now the customers get involved, and some dude was hammering. He was like, "What if the dog likes it?" Fucking. It's
Oh my god.
I ain't never seen
fucking
that shit.
whacked out dive bar shit, bro. You're not gonna see that in some clean 90 different kinds of IPA on tap. Just weird fucking stuff that we let slide.
There's this fucking place I used to go to, and it was like, it's a dive bar, or like a good dive bar, when you actually have to go underground. And it was like in the basement. They had like a restaurant on top. We walk in, it's like there's some dude. He has a stool. Like as soon as we walk in the door, this guy has a stool. He's screaming about how he's Satan. He throws the stool up through the hanging ceiling. We didn't leave.
Jesus Christ.
We didn't leave. We sat down. We ordered some drinks. We're like, we want to see what the fuck is gonna happen,
Yeah, see what this dude's story is.
Yeah.
That's the best part.
Yeah.
So,
dude.
business has been good since you went to Troy, though?
Pardon me?
Business has been good since you got out to Troy?
Nah, it's fucking terrible, bro.
Really?
Fucking hanging on by a thread. There's no bar. I'm fucking dying up here. I mean, it's like a passion project, and everybody that works there is fucking dope. Our customers are the fucking shit. Like, anybody comes in there, regularly, semi-regularly, they're just the fucking salt of the earth.
Right.
We do ban a lot of people. Like, you suck, bro. Kick rocks. So the people that come there, they're just fucking, it's just, as the kids say, gang, it's gang shit. Like, even those fucking maniacs who we're close with now, like all the bike guys, right? I came up here not knowing anybody. And the bike dudes kind of just fucking started coming through, and we became close to them and shit. And, gets to the point where one night they're all hammered, and we just say, wheel the fucking bikes in the bar, sleep in the bar, take the keys, I'll be back in the morning. Those are the kind of people you have coming to the bar. It's just fucking solid, man. So there's a lot of love, barely any money. It's work, man. It's fucking work. Like, they're there today tearing up the floors. We just fixed the fucking kitchen. We got to deal with the unrelated bar shit, like the bullshit on the street, like the shootings and the stabbings. It has nothing to do with us, but it affects the business,
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, look, everybody gets paid, the bills get paid. It's a fucking spot to party. Was fucking super stoked when you guys were coming through, Like, that's what we're doing it for. Hoping that some fucking maniacs from New Hampshire are going to actually show up, and fucking come here and say what's up and lead to things like this. It's a passion project, man. Like, we're fucking dying. We're broke. We're fucking... It's not a lucrative fucking venture.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it definitely helps to have the housing above, right? Because then if you own the whole building, that's like money, keeps the lights on, all that shit, so you can do that.
It's nice because the bar pays rent too, so that keeps the building afloat.
Yeah.
But if you want to make money, don't open a fucking dive bar in Troy,
Yeah.
You gotta
Troy
open
gets
up.
Troy gets pretty western.
Bro, Troy's fucking... It's a love-hate relationship with Troy. There's so much fucking dope shit here and so many good people. And there's also some fucking nasty stuff. And it's tricky because there's certain kind of person here, can really flourish, and like some can't fucking stand it at all. For me, my Achilles heel is my fucking wife being up here. And it's not because, there's so many broads running around. It's because sometimes I'm concerned for her fucking safety,
Right.
Like, I won't let her walk the dogs around the neighborhood because, people get fucking smoked, 2 blocks from our house.
Right.
Like a couple summers ago, a fucking fireman got hit by a fucking stray bullet. And that's less than a mile from us. And what had happened was 2 cars were fucking, like a fucking action movie. 2 cars were shooting each other while they were moving. And a stray bullet hit the firefighter. Yeah, you can Google this shit, you know what I'm saying? It's all real. And, yo, nothing against Troy. It's just, shit gets fucking wild
Yeah.
up here. I had no fucking
Right.
idea. It's like,
Which is so weird too, because like the city now is so fucking tame.
Manhattan?
Like we went out to Brooklyn last year, and I was like in awe. It is like just dudes wearing capris, playing pickleball at like fucking midnight. I'm like, what the fuck? This is Brooklyn?
Yeah.
Yeah. The city's a whole other fucking disaster. I mean, there's some parts that are still real gnarly down there. Like in Queens and shit. You got all these kids now on like stolen Groms and scooters, pulling up
Yeah.
two at a time,
Just
hopping
shooting
up,
each
robbing
other and
people
shit.
with
Yeah.
e-bikes. Like shit's gnarly. Like, one of my fucking bros down there, he's born and raised, he's like fucking Elmhurst and Jackson Heights, and he's saying it's wilder than ever where he's at. He's out like in Astoria, and he's like, yo, it's batshit crazy out here. But in Troy, the madness is so fucking concentrated. It's like, I never
Yeah.
seen anything like it. For such a small area, shit slaps off so frequently. It's fucking, I personally, no bullshit, sober on both occasions, drove somebody to a hospital because I knew they weren't going to make it on the street.
Damn.
One dude got stabbed in the chest down the block from me. And, dude, he's walking down the street. It was fucking spraying everywhere. And my one buddy's like, lock the door, come in the bar. I'm like, yo, you can't do that. He's ready to leave the guy outside. Threw him in my car. I got him in the hospital. He'd gotten into the lung, apparently. Dude got him.
Fuck.
Yeah, punctured his
Oh,
lung.
shit.
I got him up there. And then, like within the last 12 weeks, some dude got carved up real good at the pizza place next door. And all his friends are too hammered. And I'm outside and I was like, yo, dude, lift your shirt up. And bro, he was all cut up, stabbed the fuck up. And I just tossed him in his own car and got him up to the hospital. But, I've lived in Astoria, Long Island City, Bay Ridge, Brooklyn. I lived in Bushwick. I lived in Bed-Stuy. I lived in the upper west side, the upper east side. I lived in Midtown West. Born in the Bronx.
Bushwick gets pretty rowdy, doesn't it?
Yeah. But all these places, I've never seen the volume and like the
Yeah.
concentrated amount of like gun violence and stabbings.
Yeah.
And dude, it's not even fucking. You don't see fights or brawls like you see. They're quicker to shoot and stab up here. Fucking, you always hear like people like you never know, somebody might have a knife on them, might have a somebody's definitely got a knife or a gun on them. Just walk away. You're better off just fucking going home.
I think it's a generational thing too, because
Big time.
like dude,
for
like in
sure.
our generation, dude, growing up, you didn't worry about that shit, dude. If someone had a gun on them, like they were fucking insane, dude. But you
Got these, Craig. Got these.
yeah, dude,
Yeah.
fucking Friday, you fight,
Yeah.
you lived and fight another day.
lived
That's
and
how it
fight
was. You
another
just
day,
beat the
Craig.
shit out of each other, you know.
Yeah. Yeah. Dude,
But
I remember
I mean,
being a kid watching remember like the DMX Rough Riders videos?
oh fuck yeah,
Fuck
I
yeah.
mean, like DMX and all these guys and like these like GSXRs and R6s and Ninjas, and they're like in like a junkyard, like doing push-ups, and guys got the fucking the bar, and he's doing curls. I remember being like 12, bony little kids doing push-ups because I thought I was gonna be like some sort of tough scrapper out in the street. You didn't imagine fucking, as they would say, drilling somebody or some shit. You know?
yeah,
This whole
Yeah.
culture of drill music, get the fuck out of here. This didn't exist.
yeah. Well, it's also because these kids are fucking pussies, dude. They can't.
Big
They're
time.
skinny as fuck. They can't fucking scrap, dude. So they need
Big
a gun.
time.
They need a knife.
Big time.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah. That's what I was telling my kids that. I'm like, that's why everything is so fucked up right now. Like, that's why there's school shootings. That's why there's so much bullying. Like, that shit wasn't a thing back in the day. There was no school shootings and kids weren't little assholes. Because
Right.
your parents would beat the fuck out of you if you acted up. You know what I mean?
Right.
And, like, there was no bullying because if you got bullied, you beat the dude's ass.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's like now, shit has just gotten so soft that it's like, the world is fucked right now.
Bro, disaster. Fucking disaster. So yeah, it's pretty fucking tough up here. It gets tough up here.
Yeah. That's wild though, because
So-
that fucking college is right around the corner that Ray went to,
Which is
and
which
that's
is
a
fucking
pretty
nuts.
nice college.
RPI's up here, Sage is up here. It's fucking, it's wild. It's just fucking, it's strange like that. Yeah, like some of the smartest, most talented kids are up here going to school, you know?
Yeah, and Albany's not far from there, right?
Right, and Albany is fucking just like Troy. They're fucking, they don't fuck around. Like,
Yeah.
dude's pop in the trunk of his car. You just get the fuck out of there, you know?
Yeah.
Don't, there's no point. You're gonna get fucking shot.
Yeah.
But
those that
yeah, man.
like Troy's like one of those places that, you know, like Williamsburg in New York, right? Like that was a shithole, and then you have these cool people that move in because it's cheap, and you know, yeah, it's a little dangerous or whatever, but then they, you know, over time they kind of gentrify it or whatever. But like all the fucking misfits originally went to fucking Williamsburg and made it like a cool little art spot with a bunch of fucking weirdos, and that could be like Troy, you know what I mean? Like fucking bunch of weirdos go there. There's low rent and fucking cool shit going on, and it's cool for a little while, and then Disney moves in.
Right. So that's the charming part about Troy, though. It still is, you know, cool like that. You know, it's tough, but there's art, there's music.
Yeah.
It's just
you get
know,
that
there's
authenticity, you know.
It's there. It's fucking dope, man. And then, you know, in one direction you got Vermont in 20 minutes. You know, 2 hours south, you got Manhattan. It's cool. You head north, you're in the Adirondacks. You got the Berkshires over here. Nah, I'm a fan of Troy. It's tough, but it's charming. People are, the good people are great. And, it's like anywhere else, man. You know what I'm saying? It's like anywhere else.
Yeah. Which do you prefer, Manhattan or Troy?
Fucking neither.
Like if you could like pick right now, open up a fucking new bar in Manhattan, or open up a bar in fucking Troy, which one are you going with?
I mean, I would stick with Troy all day.
Yeah.
If I had my way, give me fucking Manhattan like 2007.
Oh yeah, where it's not $4,000 a square foot or whatever fucking bullshit, you know.
And when clubbing was at its high.
Yeah, the first iPhone came out in like 2007. So before that, there was none of this like FaceTiming, Snapchatting. There wasn't really much social media. Like there was still like secret spots and shit. You know.
Yeah.
You know, any fucking even some cool shithole or special whatever the fuck it is. You find something, some fucking moron gets in there and does a review.
Yeah.
And blows it up.
Yeah. Or like so I spent a ton of time in Manhattan because I worked there, and I was split my time between New Hampshire and New York, and like they had those places that have been around forever, like the fucking delis and the fucking cool bars and all the cool spots. And a lot of them closed down, dude, once COVID hit. You know what I mean? Like, they couldn't float.
Everything.
Like, the TGI Fridays could float because they have fucking 700 fucking restaurants across America. But a lot of those, like, cool little spots that were just, like, week to week trying to make the rent and shit that were actually cool, they fucking shut down. And then, again, venture capitalists move in and they just go, oh, we're going to put up 185 fucking taps of grass-fed beers, you know?
Yeah, there's fucking nothing, bro. It's all Olive Garden, Dwayne Reed, and Starbucks, and then like these small ones pop up like Joe and the Juice or whatever the fuck, and you know, then there's like 10 fucking juice places in your neighborhood, and it sucks. I would take Troy. Troy's dope.
Yeah, we were talking when we went there, like, so you took us out, you gave us the little tour, brought us to the back. So you have the bar up front, you go in the back, and then that's where you have the stage with the bands, and then you have the kitchen back there, and then out the back there's this fucking sick ass alley. And we were spitballing. I think we're out there with like fish tank and shit, and we're just like, dude, this would be so sick to just line up like 1,000 bikes down this alley and have a fucking kick-ass fucking bike show.
That'd be super cool.
Yeah, dude.
It'd be perfect.
I was thinking about like how to do that. Like, I think it'd be sick to get like a poker run sort of thing, you know, like, or like a run to Troy type of thing. So you can just be like, all right, everybody meet. So you get all the fucking massholes, Maine, New Hampshire, Vermont. Everybody gets in a big pack, and you just descend on Troy. And then all the people that are local to New York or whatever, that's the spot to meet up, you know?
Yep, that'd be dope.
Then you have a ride and a place to go, and then I'd rent out that fucking Airbnb over the pizza place. Get a couple of Strombolis for late night. You know what I mean?
Yo, they're good people though on that spot, so I'm sure the Airbnb's all right.
Yeah, dude, that's so fucking clutch too to have that fucking pizza place. Like when you're drinking, like how key is it to have a fucking pizza place right next door? You know what I mean?
Yeah, they're the spot. Everybody goes there. They got the best slice in town.
So when you get the kitchen up and going, like what kind of food do you guys do? Are you just like American bar fare, like burgers, fries, that sort of shit?
All that shit, but what we're known for is our Detroit style pizza. And you know about Detroit style pizza?
I was gonna say, what's Detroit style?
Forgive me if I mumble. I don't really drink anymore, but like my fucking speech is slurred like fucking Rocky from being like an alcoholic for like, bro, I'm fucking 41 and drinking since I was like 13. So now my words come out like sometimes fucking jumbled, but forgive me. Detroit style pizza is like a deep dish, but they use like a certain kind of cheese. You know what I'm saying? There's like certain processes and stuff. And the dude that developed it at my bar is my buddy from back home, Dominic. And he grew up on 119th Street between First and Pleasant. And he's just a fucking beast. So he used to run around with Craig and I back home. And he was a fucking lunatic too, bro. He was fucking wild back in the day. So he was like the original weed man. Dom's about 10 years older than me. So Dom's 51. Dom had like all like the fucking Fugazi video stores and candy stores all over Harlem, like back in the day, but really all fronts for weed operations. He used to fucking take a truck with his guys with a trailer down to Mexico, and they were a fucking a fake American dirt bike team. They'd act like they were gonna go ride in the desert and shit, and they would just load up these fucking trailers with brick fucking weed and bring it all the way back to Manhattan. And
What the fuck?
dude?
and spread it on Harlem, yeah, and sell it to like all like the fucking dreads and shit like that. And they'd hold their own spots and stuff. And Dom was a fucking lunatic. And if you want to, make it interesting, we fucking met Dom when we had our first underground club, and Dom would come by with like 7 of his guys, and they'd walk in, and each one would stick like an ounce of bud in your pocket on the walk in and shit.
Holy shit.
Yeah, it became close with Dom like almost 20 years ago. And whatever, he did the weed thing, we did our club thing, all our spots and shit like that. When I got up to Troy though, Dom's always doing goofy shit. He was like in the cooking phase of his life. And he started talking about these fucking pizzas. And I said, yo, Dom, I bought that bar in Troy. It's got a pizza oven in the back. And Dom came up and ended up moving up here for like a year or so. And his pizza is like locally famous.
No shit.
Yeah, and he went by Uncle Dom. And he's just like, he's completely fried, bro. He's burnt the fuck out. He's like the sweetest dude. Big fucking guy. But, dude, he's just fucking duck sauce, bro. He's just, you ever see a squeeze pack of duck sauce? Like he's duck sauce, bro. He's just done, bro. He's so fucking burnt.
Oh, my God.
Oh, dude, so when he was in his heyday, he had this, like, big fucking white Escalade. And he was a bad motherfucker, dude. Like, he was nasty when he was younger, but now he's, like, almost grandpa age, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
And I remember one day we were hanging out, we were drinking uptown, and I was going to meet some people all the way in downtown Manhattan, and I was like, yo, give me a ride? And he's like, yeah, I'll, just take you right down the FDR Drive. So we hop in this fucking Escalade, and this goes back to, like, that statute of limitations shit. I think we're good here. He's like, you want to drop a bomb? And I'm like, nah, I'm good. And he opens up his center console, and he has like one of those 2-gallon Ziplocs full of white Nikes, the E-pills. Bro, he fucking eats 3 of them like they're fucking Tic Tacs, like they're Mentos. Just driving. Yo, but he did this for years, bro. For fucking years. So he's completely fried at like 52 years old. His brain is just fucking... But he makes a mean fucking pizza. He's a really sweet guy. So, his pizza became like famous up here.
No shit.
No shit.
So is it like cut into squares like the Chicago deep dish or whatever?
Yes,
Yeah.
It's like these special fucking pans he bought, and it like caramelizes around the side, so you get like this. It's very soft, the dough, but the outside's very crunchy. It's fucking incredible. And then he like ferments the dough. He puts a lot of love into this shit. That's also the reason though he had to move back home. This fucking guy, he thought he was gonna make his whole living off of selling pizzas out of the back of the El Dorado,
Oh, yeah.
I mean, this fucking Also, this pizza in particular, it's not just like a cheap pie. Like his cost on every pie was much more than like a regular fucking pie, because he put like top quality product into it, and the process is a little longer. Fermenting this fucking stuff, making it rise and whatever. So he's back home. We're still making the pies, and I'm hoping to drag him back up here.
No shit. So you got the recipe for the pies, so you can still replicate the fucking magic. Yeah.
No, we still talk all the time.
Yep.
Yeah, he's still gang.
No shit. But, so when he, I guess the fucking the pizza pies, you said you guys are redoing the kitchen and shit. Is that like completed? Or are you guys gonna start slinging food soon?
Done. I got this buddy who's gonna hop in the kitchen. I got to meet with him this week. We'll get him back there, and we'll be firing those fucking things out again. They're ridiculous. I stopped eating them, bro. I put on so much weight. I was crushing those fucking things. And when you're drinking, forget about it.
Yeah, nothing beats this fucking piece of pizza when you're drinking, dude.
Oh, I can only imagine how much pizza you sell while people are fucking hammered.
A decent amount. But they're expensive. It's that we don't really kill it. It's time consuming.
Yeah.
We put the fucking the money into the pizza. It's not bullshit pizza.
Right.
But again, it's a labor of love, man. And we're only going into like year 3 now, or 3.5 years. This shit takes time, so fuck it.
Yeah. Yeah, plus the first couple of years are like COVID, like marred by COVID.
Right.
Like it's pretty recent. Like I think it was like last year where everybody was just like, yeah, we're done with this. Let's just everybody go back to normal. No more masks, no more washing your hands.
Right.
And so it's like we just barely got out of that shit. And like, yeah, dude, independent small fucking restaurateurs probably got hit the worst. I can't think of
got murdered.
Another place that got like hurt worse than that industry.
No, they got murdered.
Yeah.
So,
but dude,
it is.
Dude, the end of a perfect night for me is drink at a dive bar till you're shit faced, and then get way too much pizza, and then just bring it home alone so nobody can see you eat it. Just smash that Detroit pie.
Eat pizza until you fall asleep with pizza on your chest.
With pizza in the bed. Like, you don't even get it to the refrigerator. There's no
you just,
leftovers
you
in the morning.
wake up and there's a slice on your chest.
Yeah.
My move would be to burn my whole fucking face with a piping hot slice.
Oh, yeah.
Fucking wasted. I know it's 1,000,000,000 degrees, and I slap it right on my fucking face.
Yeah.
Burn my tongue.
Yeah, dude. Even after 40 years, I haven't learned my lesson. It's just like, dude, pizza is like, you can't beat a fucking pizza, dude.
Oh my god.
Especially hot out the oven, dude. You're just like, dude, it's like the cheese is still bubbling, but you're just like, fuck it. See you later,
when you guys
roof in
come
my
back
mouth.
out, we'll fucking change your life with this shit. Dominic's actually back home right now working at, you guys ever hear of Rayo's?
No.
Nah.
So Rayo's is 116th and Pleasant. You can't get a table there unless you know somebody.
Oh, no
Damn.
shit.
They got sauce in the stores now, and they're like, social media is definitely fucking...
Oh, dude, I know that. I know the sauce. The Rayo sauce.
Yeah.
Okay.
Dude, and like, Google it in the late 90s. You had to know somebody to get a table in there. Well, you always had to know somebody to get a table in there. But, like, you didn't fuck around in there. In the late 90s, some lady was, like, fucking singing at the bar, some older broad, doing some opera shit or whatever, and everybody's eating their fucking macaroni, watching all this shit, whatever. Some young kid fucking had a few too many and started running his mouth. Some dude stood up, fucking domed the guy, left his brains over the fucking bar, then went back to eating his fucking food till the cops got there.
Jesus Christ, dude.
Disrespecting some woman in this old school joint, yeah. Yo,
that's fucking heady, dude.
Smelling right off, yeah. This place is still
that's
there.
fucking wild.
Anyway, the point is Dom's working there. Dom's like old school fucking chef. He's a G. He's a good dude. Fucking knows how to cook, and that's where he's at. So I'm hoping he retains some of the knowledge from that joint when we get him back up here.
Yeah. Where is that? Like, I guess in the borough. I barely know New York. Like, I know like the 5 boroughs.
Where's Rails?
Yeah.
116th and Pleasant, so it's like a little Italian area in Spanish Harlem.
In Harlem, okay.
Oh, okay.
Spanish Harlem on the east side, yeah. Like you're gonna be, 116th, so you're what, 9 blocks short of 125th. The FDR Drive is right there. The Bronx is basically right there.
No shit. So you said you lived kind of like all over the place in New York.
All over.
Yeah, like where's your favorite spot in New York?
Fuck. That's a good one. That's a good one. I don't know, man. I mean, I feel like these places change over the years. I mean, I had tons of fucking fun on the Upper East Side. I want to say 2010 to 2000. I've lost track, but maybe like 2010, 2011, 2012. It was fucking sick. But it's changed so much, man. Like,
yeah, that's a pretty hoity-toity place now, right?
Bro, there's a subway that goes up there now. Like, there was no train going up fucking to where I was at on Second Avenue. Yeah, now there's a train going up there. So it's changed so much. I mean, had a lot of fun there. I mean, most of the fun was like my adult life. Like, the folks were always on the Upper West Side. But like adult life, just crushing beers and shit like that. The Upper East was good. I lived out in Brooklyn with my buddy before he went away and did Fed time. He had a place in the corner of Kingsland and Richardson. We had a good time out there. That was before I went to the Upper East Side. So that was probably 2008, 2009. Before that was Bay Ridge. Fuck, I was Bay Ridge. I'm all fucked up. Sorry, guys. I was Bay Ridge probably 2006, 2007. And then I was at 120 in St. Nicholas in Harlem. And there was nothing up there back then. Now it's all restaurants and bars. 2007 Harlem, there's nothing there. It was like Jimbo's Hamburger Palace. There was a White Castle. There was like this French African joint. There was nothing up there. Now there's shit all over the place. After that, I was at Kingsland, Richardson, and Brooklyn. And then I went to the Upper East Side. Upper East Side was dope. It was the right time and the right place for me, though. I was making good money. The bars were fucking wild. Social media still wasn't like this fucking madness that it is today.
Right.
It was still a really good fucking time. So I would say the Upper East I had the most fun. I'm not saying it was the most fun, but for me personally, that window, that period of time, you knew all the bartenders, you were making a few dollars. Shit was still a little wild, a little funky. You could get into trouble and somebody wouldn't fucking pull their camera phone out, You could say some dumb shit and not have it surface,
Yeah. Yeah, that's the other thing, too, is like everybody has a really good camera with a good microphone in their pocket.
Right. So now you get into it in a bar, whatever, you say some shit, you do some shit, and if it's wild, it's going to be viral.
Yeah, everybody's like, world star, like,
exactly,
they know what's going up,
Exactly.
Yeah, dude.
Back then, we were still getting rowdy. The technology wasn't too crazy. I was at the perfect age with a few dollars to spend. So that was the most enjoyable for me, I think.
No shit. Now, did you say you lived on Long Island too?
Long Island City. That's Queens.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Long Island City is Queens. It's Long Island City is going to be the first stop on. Fuck me. Somebody's gonna get pissed because I'm probably gonna fuck it. Like the N, the Q, the R, the 7, they all stop there at Queensboro Plaza. It's right when you get out of Manhattan. It's right there. It's fucking Long Island City's Queens. It's connected to Astoria.
Oh no
and
shit.
And then it'll also it's right next to like Greenpoint, Brooklyn. Yeah, I lived there. That was a lot of fun too.
Yeah,
that was a good time.
Did you ever have you ever gone to the Indian Larry block party?
I haven't. That's like all that gasoline alley shit.
It's over I guess by Williamsburg over in Brooklyn there. They're doing the 20-year anniversary of Indian Larry this year.
Right. So I always knew Indian Larry was. I thought his crew was like was like Gasoline Alley they were called or some shit.
Yeah, I don't know.
But, so the bike stuff, it's funny how it happened. I always rode bikes. The whole time I was in the city, I had like a Honda CB, little like chopper.
Mm-hmm.
When I was younger, I had like R6s and GSXRs and all that stuff. But I didn't get into like Harleys, choppers, bobbers, and all that stuff until I got out of the city. I got upstate, and I ended up selling that CB and picking up a little Evo chopper off some guy in Kingston. And then so there was no events for me. I wasn't part of the call. It was literally a means of transportation down there.
Yeah. It's the data chickers family from Kingston. Kingston's nice as fuck.
Bro, it's cool. That's another one blowing up.
Super nice, man.
Cool little scene. Old. It's fucking Kingston's dope. I don't know enough about it, but what I've seen, it's right there. I'm a fan.
It was super nice, like super country and shit.
Yep.
We used to go to and her family had money. We used to go up to like Lake George for fucking a week at a time for vacation and shit.
Yeah,
and I was a little hood rat at this point, living on the outside of Boston.
She was slumming it.
Oh, her parents fucking hated me, dude. Her parents hated me.
That's fucking awesome.
Is that area, I guess, is Albany, Troy area, is that considered like upstate New York?
Yo, I thought Canada was like 10 minutes after Albany. You know, I never really knew that fucking there was like, but this is definitely upstate.
This is like such a fucking inner city kid type shit.
Yeah, but I'm half a fraud because my mom did live in Westchester, New York.
Yeah.
So like I knew Westchester and stuff, but it's funny. Wherever you ask, it's like being an untouchable in India. If you're not from the city, if you're about like, oh, that's upstate. So like to be north of the city, it's people are always like ashamed. So if you ask people from Manhattan or the Bronx, what's upstate, they'll say Westchester's upstate. Like you ask people in Yonkers or like New Rochelle what's upstate, they'll just say the next town above it. Nobody wants to be upstate. So like I'm sure there's people in Albany like Albany's not upstate. Lake George
I always looked
upstate.
at it like. I don't know my ass, my elbow geography. I'm a fucking inner city dumbass. But I always looked at it like if you hit the Catskills, you're upstate. That's fucking upstate.
So,
you know what I mean?
So me fucking being from Manhattan, having a mother in Westchester, back and forth. I never thought it was Westchester's upstate. Upstate was gonna be like when you started like Hudson Valley, Putnam Valley. Once you start getting up in like the Taconic and shit like that, that's upstate New York. So Albany's definitely upstate, but it depends who you ask. Because nobody wants to be upstate.
Yeah,
it's very rare.
I mean,
everybody wants
the way Albany and Troy get down, I don't even know if you can consider them upstate.
Whatever, they're just like fucking.
You think upstate New York? You think like pine trees and fucking lake houses and shit, right?
Right. It's funny. So we had this tenant, the wife and I. And he was from somewhere far out in New York, this proper upstate. And we never considered this. I mean, Troy's a city, but like it's not Manhattan, it's not whatever. So he moves into one of our properties, and we go over one day, and he's out in the front stoop, like 10 in the morning, with a bottle of Jack Daniels, fucking smoking a cigarette. And we said, "What the fuck you doing out here?" "I'm in the fucking city." He's all fucking jacked up and shit. Like this is his first time in the big city, Troy, New York.
That's funny.
It is what it is. But this
New York's fucking huge, dude. I mean, like land-wise, like you look at it on a map.
New York's huge.
Bro, I had no idea.
And all of New England can fit inside New York. You know what I mean? So in New York City, it's big, but I mean, it's all tucked away down there. So it's kind of like, everything above the city is kind of upstate. I have a lot of family out in Rochester, so I've been there quite a bit. But
cool. So I actually found out about like upstate. I went to college in Plattsburgh, but that's when I thought that Canada was like a short drive after Albany. I got into this school called Plattsburgh. It's the only fucking place that accepted me, because I was a total fuck up, and ended up going up there, and that's like that. It's like the last fucking stop. So, but up until that point in my life, until I was like 20 years old, I didn't think there was anything after Albany. My whole life, I thought that's where the world ended.
Yeah.
Albany, New York. I
always thought the same thing. Like being from Mass, I used to think the same shit about New Hampshire. I'm like, oh yeah, it's just like the coastline, and then it's Maine.
Yeah.
And then like right above that is fucking Canada.
Right. Yeah. What's that?
No,
There's nothing there.
I've lived in New Hampshire now since I was 21. I'm 37 now, and people will mention like towns in New Hampshire, and I'm like, that's
never been. Yeah,
that's
never
not
been
a
there.
fucking real place.
Oh yeah. Dude, I grew up in New Hampshire, and people are like, "Oh yeah, have you ever been to like Washington, New Hampshire?" I'm like, "Dude, that's not a real place."
Yeah,
it's like growing up here. It's just like, all right, There's Manchester, Concord, and Nashua. That's it. You might live in a suburb of one of those places, but like, I mean, basically it's just like 93. And if you go, dude, like where most everybody that lives in New Hampshire is like from southern New Hampshire, right? Like we're in the southern part. But dude, it's fucking 6-hour drive up to Canada. But you look on a map and you're just like, what is that, like 100, 150 miles, you know?
Yeah. Yo, it's also, I don't know if it's like that by you guys. Well, actually, it is like that because I've been to Maine, I've been to New Hampshire. Yo, so I end up in college in Plattsburgh, coming up from Manhattan, crashing on, my father's couch on the Upper West Side. I end up in Plattsburgh. You've got this idea in your head that everything outside, like Manhattan and Westchester and the boroughs, is poor people. It's like poor country folk in upstate New York. So you're in school, and I'm like, oh man, all these fucking, hillbillies and rednecks, and shit like that. Bro, the first fucking break after I met some people, I ended up driving down and visiting some friends in their hometown of Saratoga, New York.
Oh shit, yeah, Saratoga's nice.
And that's when I realized I'm the poor person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bro, they're all fucking loaded, and I'm the one crashing on couches back in Manhattan.
Yeah.
Fucking moving around here.
Saratoga's real nice.
Yeah, I didn't realize that there's all these pockets in New York where people got fucking dough and shit's like really happening. It was a big awakening for me.
Yeah, that's fucking fun. I mean, that's what rich people go and they buy a bunch of land and nice houses, and they don't want the hustle. They can afford to get out of the city,
Yeah, from what I remember back, like when I was dating that chick, it seemed like a lot of the upstate New York was like old money.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It was like people that owned like hundreds of acres.
Yeah, big shit.
Yeah.
Like Saratoga's all old money. I'm still learning the fucking area. I'm trying to think of some other stuff up here. It's funny.
I think.
What up?
I think once you get like out into the Catskills, that's like. It's not like as rich, but it's still like old money. Like it's just families that have had like all this fucking land forever.
Yeah, there's big shit going on in like these towns like Lake Placid. Also like all this shit like Saugerties blew up in Phoenicia, New York.
Yo, Lake Placid's sick. I went snowboarding out there one time. I thought like growing up out here, I was like, I've been at all the dope mountains snowboarding. Nah. Lake Placid is a different fucking animal.
Nuts.
Crazy. It's 3 mountains. It took me all fucking day from the time they opened to the time they closed. I didn't even touch the full first mountain. It was fucking wild.
Yeah. Fucking I was in school in Plattsburgh. I had a snowboard. I never used it once. I got up there and I was so bro. Being broke and living downstate and getting up there, I just went wild for 4 years. I didn't do 1 ounce of snowboarding.
Yeah, no
nothing.
shit. Yeah, Lake Placid's dope, man. It's
Lake
like
Placid. They have a movie about that place, right? With like the fucking alligator.
Yeah, the alligator and shit. Yeah. But they did the Olympics. They did the Olympics there back in like I think like the 80s maybe. And dude, that place is no joke. Like going up to the top, and when you ride back down, it takes 10 minutes. And that doesn't sound like a long time, but when you're snowboarding, if it takes you 10 minutes to get from the top to the bottom, it's a long fucking time, dude.
Long time.
No shit.
Yeah, man, I miss going upstate New York's a lot of fucking fun. There's a lot of nice shit up there.
Nah, I'm a fan. It's dope up here.
Yeah, what's the
George.
horse racing place up there? Is it Saratoga?
Saratoga.
Yeah,
Saratoga. I went
Springs.
there, bet on the ponies. That fucking place is dope, dude.
Yeah.
They got a lot of
And
casinos
dude,
up there.
Lake George is dope as fuck too, man.
It's
in
like
the summertime, Lake George is popping.
Yeah, no, Lake George, it's like one of the cleanest lakes in New York, though.
Yeah.
Serious shit.
Yeah, that's one place I need to spend more time.
Yeah,
Fucking,
dude, it's actually like not so far away. Like New York City. Getting into New York City is tough because you have to go through all the fucking cities in Massachusetts and Connecticut and shit just to get there, and then
nightmare.
those fucking. But
Oh, the
upstate,
worst-
dude, you just
the
cut
worst
through
place.
fucking Vermont.
The worst place I've ever traveled in my entire life, and I've gone up and down the East Coast 100 fucking times. The worst place I've ever had to travel is Long Island.
Oh,
the worst
forget
fucking
about
place
it.
I've ever been, dude.
It's murder. Never.
It's fucking hell. I don't know how we got a buddy Rob. He's the crazy gentleman. He lives on Long Island, and then he also has a place upstate in the Catskills. But dude, I went out there one time to deliver a motorcycle, and I was like, you could never pay me enough to come back out here.
There's no reason to be out there. The place
like
sucks.
You can't get on the parkways because I had a trailer. You can't get on the fucking the ferry because I had the trailer. So I had to go all the way around, go over to George Washington and shit. I'm like, this is fucking bullshit.
Nah, dude, it's a giant fucking strip mall. There's no soul.
Oh yeah,
all fucking traffic. It's fucking bougie. Then it's hood. It's fucking disgusting. Dude, you got Montauk out there, and then you got fucking MS-13 running around. It's fucking, bro, it's a total fucking shithole. There's no reason to ever go out to Long Island.
Yeah, I fucking hated it, man.
There's no reason. Fucking
that was
shout
the
out
worst
to
place I've ever traveled.
Yeah, I got a bunch of buddies from Long Island, and they're all fucking lunatics.
I think that's all Long Island breeds is lunatics. This dude Rob that we know is just fucking off the wall.
Yeah, he's the crazy gentleman.
Yeah, he is a fucking psychopath.
Oh, you haven't Craig, my brother Craig grew up out there. He's fucking he's out of his fucking bird.
Yeah.
Like legit, dude.
Maybe it's something in the water up there.
It is, and there's just it's like it reminds me of Australia. Like all the lunatics get sent out there, and it's all they have.
Yeah.
Like what are you gonna fucking do? They're all just stuck there, and it's a fucking penal colony, just full.
Yeah, you get all the fucking riffraff, send them out to an island
all day,
exactly.
all day.
Get the fuck out of our city.
Bro, I would go out there and party with Craig and his buddies, and you just want to go home. You just want, bro. One's bigger than the next. They all love to fight. They're getting tooted up. Fucking sunrise, the sunset, punching each other in the fucking face, fighting everyone. It's fucking wild. Sick fucks. Degenerate culture. They suck.
That's
the
wild.
one place in New York I'll never go back.
Nah,
So.
there's no reason to. You're not missing anything. What's out there?
Yeah. And it's weird because it's exactly what you said. It's like a strip mall. It's just like one road.
It is. It's one fucking
road. And it just like
road.
goes straight. There's like a bunch of weird shit on the sides.
Everybody's juiced out of their bird. If they're not doing blow, they're fucking on HGH. And they're upset about something. The fucking everybody's got Botox or everybody's a gangster. It fucking sucks. Long Island's a fucking dumpster. Fucking no, there's no reason to be out there. Don't get me wrong, there's great people out there. I'm not hating on everyone, but in general, on the whole, why the fuck are you out there?
Yeah. It's a weird spot.
Fuck that. And like legit, like MS-13's out there, like chopping kids up with machetes now. It's just that's the kind of place it is. It's just fucking. It's fucking gross and overpriced. And
one place I like that it's not New York, but it's pretty much is fucking Jersey. Dude, Jersey's like a lawless state. You just like do what you want in Jersey.
Feel that way?
Yeah. People just like everybody I've ever met from Jersey is a fucking legit psychopath. Like fucking kill you and not even care.
Yeah, I don't know, bro. I got different feelings on New Jersey.
I mean, maybe that's just like the crowd that I attract.
No, I can dig it.
You attract psychos.
I dig it. Look, I believe you. I believe you. I don't know, like fucking Jersey, the weed laws I got one buddy, he got fucking pulled over out there, with 6 pounds in his car. Bro, he went away. They went to his fucking house. He was living with his parents. They raided his fucking parents' house. I had another buddy, bro, he got pulled over with a fucking joint on the other side of the GWB. That was enough to get him arrested, like a roach in his ashtray. I feel like Jersey was always so strict. I never met anybody too wild from New Jersey.
Really?
I had a buddy with a house in Tom's River. We used to ride out there.
Yeah.
I'm fucking lying to you. I never rode out there. We used to go out there. I'm sitting there fucking talking shit. I've never ridden to Tom's River. I'm not fucking clean out there. We used to drive out there, get all fucking banged up because his parents had a house he inherited out there. And I never saw anything too crazy, but that was like the shore. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, every time I've been out there, man, it's like the dudes I meet out there are just like, holy fuck.
Well, yeah, I guess you got
Like I know some rowdy fucking dudes from Boston, but it's like these Jersey cats are a different breed, dude.
Really?
They're like still got like they got like a little bit of that fucking mafioso blood in them still, I think.
Yeah, but we know a lot of dudes from New Jersey that are like like Jean-Luc is from New Jersey, you know what I mean?
Yeah, good.
And
dude,
he's like straight, but yeah, like guys like Jerry, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, this dude Jerry, this dude is like, he's like my brother slash dad, and this motherfucker has the fucking satanic goat as a back piece. And we went out one time. I was down in Jersey for a motorcycle show, and it was my birthday. He's like, "Let me take you out." So I'm like, "All right, cool." So we start like trying to hit these bars. Every bar we get to, they're like, not tonight, Jerry. There's too many fucking people in here. You're not coming in."
I could see that. You know what? I didn't do too much hanging out in Jersey, so I really can't give you a solid, opinion of mine. But that makes sense.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
actually,
Jersey's a lot of fun.
In New York, though, like, so I mean, you grew up around there before, like, the mafia got like broken up and Rico'd to shit, right? So I mean, like, did you grow up around that shit, like fucking with all those big names and shit?
I mean, mafia doesn't exist, right?
That's a true New Yorker.
What are you talking about? I know nothing about that.
Yeah,
That shit was crazy though. Back in like the late '80s and shit, dude. The fucking New York was popping with that shit.
What's funnier is as you get older, or get involved in different things, then you look back and you realize certain things you were around, and you're like, "Fuck."
That you just thought was normal.
Oh,
yeah.
you didn't even realize
what's happening there. That makes sense now.
Oh shit.
And then, I got, all right, for example, like, my one buddy got scooped up in this fucking thing, not even too fucking long ago. And this shit you can Google, bro. I'll give you guys the fucking shit to look at. He financed my first fucking club or whatever, and it was like, it was like a 5-year investigation. Like, these fucking things, like, they got nothing but time, the government,
Yeah.
So, like, you get sloppy.
They'll spend all the money.
You get sloppy because you don't realize they have 7 years to just follow you around and listen to your phones and grab people and get information and build a case. Until that fucking indictment comes down. So my buddy got indicted probably around like 2011, 2012. And they started building the case like when he was 26 years old. And the indictment came around when he was like in his early 30s. And all his co-defendants, it's like 30 guys, and they're all like 76 years old with like similar last names,
Oh yeah.
Like, so, shit exists, man. Like, people are still doing things and whatnot. But it's funnier looking back and realizing things you were around and who was doing what, or like, the older guy that was like hanging out the OTB, taking everybody's like fucking action, even though the OTB was there. Like fucking, guy was a book, hanging out.
Yeah.
And then he was wearing like stereotypical shit that like people think's goofy now and funny. It was like, I don't know.
Right.
Yeah.
That's why I always ask my dad about that kind of shit. I'm like, what was it like growing up in like the Whitey Bulger era? And he's like, it was like nothing, because like that's just what it was.
They were part of the community.
Weird then. Like you just knew like, okay, this dude will fucking kill you, but like it wasn't like a weird thing because that's just what it was.
Right, like you got a fucking like stereotypical shit. Like, you have a neighbor. He works like 3 hours a day. His name's Carlo. He drives a Cadillac.
Right.
He's wearing fucking.
He's in waste management somehow.
Wearing white fucking slacks with a white cardigan, and a pinky ring. Shit was super like. What else? What were some of the good ones? Like, you go like your favorite restaurant. It was all cash with no menus.
Yeah.
No record of anything. Just.
Yeah.
Shit.
It's just like normal at that point.
I mean, there was
when everybody got fucked up and like they Rico'd everybody, then they have fucking Discovery Channel doing all these fucking exposés and shit, and then you're like, oh, that's who that fucking guy was,
Yeah.
These guys are
goddamn.
ratting themselves out and stuff, but I'm sure you remember stupid shit like there was always like somebody's father or uncle or friend or whoever. He had like all like the fucking cable boxes that got you all the channels, you know?
Yeah, the black
Yeah.
box.
You know,
I love that thing.
Where are you getting the fucking money to have fucking 5,000 illegal cable boxes, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
And people were up to
Yeah.
shit, you know? It was like, then you get like, sorry, it fucking drives you nuts because you get these fucking dildos who are like, my uncle's in the mafia. Shut the fuck up. Like, if your uncle's involved in anything, you wouldn't be talking about it, first of all. You fucking hard on. Like, but you look back, there were certain things, you're like, oh, he was doing this, he was doing that. So-and-so was always here, like, you'd be fucking, you'd be at a wedding somewhere or something like that. And, like, people are taking pictures of this restaurant, right? Somebody might come over to you and be like, hey, do me a favor, aim the camera that way, please. And you look over, there's like 6 or 7 guys drinking espressos, you know?
Yeah,
At
yeah.
a fucking table. Very polite gentlemen. You know what the fuck they were doing, who they were.
Yeah.
They didn't want, and this is before digital cameras, you know? Oh, I
No
don't know.
shit.
Definitely a fucking presence. Or like, yo, if you bet sports, you know? Like, with certain people and shit like that.
Yeah. So when did you move to Troy when you got the bar and got that building?
No, what had happened was, trying to think which came first. The fuck did I do first? Alright, so what had happened first was, oh fuck, you want to talk about fucking lunatics from New Jersey? I'm not going to mention his last name, my buddy Ronnie. Fucking psychopath. Fucking psychopath. And then you want to talk about real shit? So he was fucking, when he was a kid, he was ripping off all the arcades on Coney Island. Fucking robbing them all. And they came to his house and they fucking dragged him out. And these fucking guys saw he was a kid and they ended up making him turn over all their apartments and paint all their fucking buildings for like a whole summer to pay back all the money he robbed from their machines and shit in Coney Island. Bunch of like older fucking dudes. Ronnie was a proper psychopath though, who fucking lived out in New Jersey. I met Ronnie at this fucking bullshit like boiler room job in Long Island City. Fuck, this is get deep. Dude, it was like this boiler room sales job where he was banging the phones, and Ronnie just did Fed time himself, and it was the only job he could find, and it was commission only, but the money was fucking sick. So Ronnie learned the business in like 6 months, and then he fucking quit, and I was only there for some bullshit reason too, and I quit, and we were buddies, and he's like, yo, we're gonna open the same fucking business, we're gonna make all this money, but let's look for an office in upstate New York, because we're opening a call center like the one we worked in. Why pay for office space in Manhattan when we get cheaper shit upstate? So him and I started venturing up here to look for a space for our call center. And that's how I found
Holy
Troy.
shit. Holy
Oh,
shit.
But to connect everything full circle, Ronnie was a proper fucking lunatic from New Jersey, and he had a history with the boys fucking out in Coney Island and shit like that.
Oh shit.
Oh fuck.
Ronnie was the real fucking deal. He was out of his fucking bird.
Did you guys get that call center going in Troy?
No, we got hammered drunk at a falling out like the first weekend. We drove back to New Jersey, and I stayed up here and fucking partied and met all these fucking people and saw the town. And I was like, "Yo, Troy's dope." I saw the architecture, I saw the buildings, I saw who was hanging out, and I was like, "This is fucking sick." And when I got back to the city, I saw what property was going for, what rent was, and it was a no-brainer, you know.
Yeah.
And that's what piqued my interest. And yeah, we never opened our logistics brokerage call center. We stayed friends. Ronnie's my dude. And he would end up coming up here and like partying and shit. And just like, going completely fucking wild up here. Fucking Ronnie's coming to the bar, fucking paying for the whole bar and shit. He's got all his gold jewelry on and shit. Fucking Mercedes convertible up here. Just fucking lunatic. It was a good time when he would come up.
Yeah.
That's how I landed in Troy, because of Ronnie.
No shit, dude. And what about the dudes that like work at the bar that you're pretty tight with? Are they all like Troy natives, or did you bring them in from like outside?
Well, what had happened was, like, full disclosure, I really didn't know too many people. My brother, who's the fucking proper lunatic, once he landed in Troy the day after his fucking marriage fell apart, which was the day after his wedding. So after his 1 day fucking thing, like, bro, he's fucking. He likes to fucking, party. He fucking drinks, whatever. So he's in all the fucking bars. He's fucking loud. He's fucking tough. So he met everybody. I didn't tell a single person up here that I had a bar. And like I said, during the pandemic, I had no intention of telling everybody. I'm quiet like that. We're opening a fucking bar. We're opening a bar. He's throwing fucking parties in there late night. They're fucking getting after it. So he met everybody in town. So by the time we were ready to open, I knew all the bartenders.
Oh,
I
shit.
knew everyone. Some were natives, some aren't. Some are just passing through. Right now on our staff, we got one born and raised. One from Kingston. One's from like a military family, been everywhere. One's a proper fucking lunatic punk rocker who was fucking all over the fucking country. I mean, not too many natives. We got a few though. We got a few. Most are, from outside the area.
Yeah. No shit. Yeah, man. I love the spot. We gotta get together and get something going over there because, like I said, dude, it's an excellent ride from New England out to Troy. Like, I cannot complain. There's that one strip when you get into Troy. I forget the fucking name of the street, but that was fucking bullshit.
Hoosick,
it's like
you got murder on Hoosick.
Yeah, dude. It's like 2 miles long, and it'll take you like fucking. I gotta just find a side road around that shit.
If you actually look in the comments, fucking on like one of those posts that you made for like the deadbeat thing, and you ride in, one of the locals who fucking hangs out, this kid Mike, he's the fucking shit. He's a fucking savage, real cool dude. He's part of like the local bike scene up here. Like one of like the established dudes who's like been part of the scene up here. He posted in one of the comments, one of the posts that you guys made of like a sick route to get into town without hitting traffic.
Oh fuck!
Oh no shit!
He had done it before you guys came in, and I stumbled across it. There's like ways all around that fucking street that I couldn't tell you because I got no fucking idea.
Yeah.
There's like a lot of cool country roads, like big fucking trees, all twisty and stuff. I went riding with those local guys the 4th of July. Fucking, shit my pants. I shit all over myself. They fucking dudes who ride here, bro. Like, I'm not gonna front, bro. Like, I'm not one of these like cool guys who rides like real hard, Like, I tried my best, but there's some fucking really sick, nice back roads up here, and some of these dudes fucking, they go hard. They're fucking savages.
No shit.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, dude. That we gotta get with homie and get the fucking better route. Avoid Hoosick, and then the whole fucking ride is a dream because, like, obviously.
Yeah, I just looked at it. It's only like 3 hours and 20 minutes from my house.
Oh,
It's not even far.
Dude, for my house, it was under 3 hours. Yeah.
We can even rally and come out your way,
Oh, dude, that's a good idea too.
You got a spot? We'll start at the bar. Bring the boys out there.
That's fucking sick. Yeah, I know. Summer's winding down. I'm trying to think of like something before the fucking riding season ends. Like something we could throw together, get everybody on their fucking bikes again. Fall time's an excellent time to be riding. So.
Oh fuck
nice.
Yeah! Fuck yeah!
Yeah, hoodie season.
You guys
buddy.
are welcome down here anytime.
Yeah.
Yo, now that that fucking pizza oven's fired up, I'm gonna have to come down and try that shit out.
Bro, legit, bring your sleeping bags and sleep in the bar.
Yeah, that'd be sick.
Sleep
That would
on
be
the bar.
sick.
Yeah, I can do
fuck.
that. Dude, that'd be so sick.
Yeah, the crowd is fucking dope. We got some real cool people to come through.
Yeah,
guys enjoy
Man,
yourselves.
a lot of dudes hit me up like once I posted like, yo, we're hitting up the El Dorado. A bunch of dudes that listen to the show hit me up and they're like, I can't wait till you can see where we're hanging out. You know what I mean? Like dudes that I didn't know where they were from. You know what I mean?
Right.
I think one dude like RJ or Rotten Bastard or some shit.
Yeah,
He's like
Ryan.
a Troy dude. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, he was a deadbeat.
Yep. Oh, was he?
Man. Yeah. Fucking, yeah. When you guys show up and, like, the bar's full swing, it's pretty dope. It's a good time.
Yeah.
When everybody's there. Also, some of the guys that ride are in the bands that play there, which makes it, like, a sick fucking night. And then we got fucking, you ever hear of Porky's in Schenectady?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, so Alan he fucking comes out and brings his people through. He also they were throwing a sick event in Porky's called Hog City, which I was
Yeah, yeah.
fortunate
Oh
enough.
yeah.
I made it to once. Their shit's always super cool.
Is
This
that
is like
the painter, right? Porky's
yeah.
custom paint. Yeah, okay.
Like this is my first year really fucking being able to ride because all I had were these shovel heads last couple of years since I've been up here. I got that sporty chop, then I sold that, and I had these shovel heads. But like I told you guys, I'm a fucking poser. You know what I mean? Like I really don't know how to fucking work on bikes yet. So like my shovel heads would run for like a week, 2 weeks, 6 weeks, and then I'd be stuck the rest of the summer, dumping it off on friends. But this year I've been fucking everywhere since I bought a fuel injected bike. So yeah, I did make it out to fucking Hog City 2 years ago, and that shit was super cool.
Yeah.
Where is that? You said
Schenectady.
Schenectady? How far is that from Troy?
20-minute ride, 25 minutes,
Oh, okay, so it's
easy,
upstate or
easy. Yeah,
probably.
Yeah, and their shit was fucking cool. Those guys, I missed it's like a 2-night thing, and I think like the first night they fucking blew up the shop with like firecrackers and stuff, and had a band in there and got all
No shit.
hammered. Yeah, they're fucking savages. They're good kids.
Yeah, that party always looks dope.
It looks like fun. It looks like a little bit trashy, and it looks like it gets dudes from all over to get there.
Yeah, no, it's a good time. But yo, if you guys want to do something in the fall, I mean, we could fucking definitely pull off the alleyway thing if you guys could rally.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll definitely figure something out. I mean, yeah, I mean, there's still time. We got like everybody's talking about summer being over and shit, but it's like, dude, fall is the
Right.
jam. That's hoodie weather. Throw your vest on, fucking hoodies, gloves. That's the best ride. And your bike runs the best when it's
Right.
nice and cold. It does not run good in fucking July, when it's 90
No.
degrees out.
No doubt.
And it's so nice just fucking bombing down a back road in a hoodie.
Oh, you guys
Oh,
gotta
yeah.
come out then, bro. The back roads are dope out here. Also, I don't need a permit to drop fucking, we'll park all our cars out front, Have bands all
Yeah.
day, all night. We don't need permits. We got a liquor
Yeah,
license.
that's the other thing I'm gonna say is like when we showed up, you had the fucking easy up, the grill, and it's like we
dude,
got
we wanted to
beers
go nuts.
inside, and
That-
we're like, "Can I go outside with this?" And you're like, "Fuck yeah, dude!" It is so chill. It was so much fun because most bars you go to, they got all these rules. I don't like
Right.
rules. I like to
Right,
do
so-
whatever the fuck I want. As long as you're not hurting other people, you should be able to do whatever the fuck you want.
Yo, so our bar, particularly fucking my brother Craig, like we keep the street fucking clean, so we kind of have like a certain amount of flexibility. They let us rock a little bit. Cause yo, we have no fucking fights there. There's no bullshit there. People know better than to fuck around there. Everybody's got respect. So having you guys out there, what the fuck? It's just it's our crowd.
Yep.
They'll let us fucking do our thing. Yo, it's funny
Fucking
when
A,
we
dude.
first got the bar, and there was like no fucking respect for the joint. At least like I would say once every 3 weeks, once a month, I got a call from like the city, the cops, and they wanted information about like somebody that worked at the bar, because like either Craig or one of the staff was just fucking stretching out some maniac on the fucking sidewalk, or it was fucking. Whatever. It's on fucking Reddit. This dude fucking smashed our window with a shovel fucking over the winter,
What?
and he made it
What the fuck?
probably made it like 10 steps. He made it like 10 steps, and you go on Reddit and somebody's like, I witnessed the whole thing. I live across the street. One of the door guys there has a reputation for this kind of behavior. Like horrified, But like, yo, man, like, fuck around, you find out, right? So we shit like that deters, bad stuff on the street. So we get a certain amount of flexibility when we do our own things because they know we behave ourselves, and
Right.
we're keeping the street clean. But like, yo, when we first opened, we had these 2 kids come in there, and they said they were gonna fucking shoot the place up, and they were saying a lot of like tough guy buzzwords, probably stuff you hear in music about, drilling people and whatnot. And I was actually in Maine. I was at that fucking beach in York, Maine.
Yeah.
The wife and I were up there, and the next day I got a phone call from one of my staff, and they were like, "Yo, you're probably gonna hear from the cops." So the two guys that were gonna shoot the bar up ended up sleeping in the middle of the street, and one of them had like his eyeball hanging out of his head, and the cops ended up contacting me. Those kids went to the cops in the hospital after that, and their version of the story is completely different about what happened. They were the victims and stuff. And, the detectives wanted me to talk. I had nothing to tell them, It's like, you're fucking cops. Go ask some questions around the bar, I can't stop you from coming in. But I got nothing to tell you. And nothing came of it. Because they were fucking fake tough guys. They got what they were looking for. Point of the story, though, is, like, there's no bullshit around there. People don't fucking get out of order, really. So, again, 30, 40 bikes, bring it. As long as everybody behaves themselves, we can do what we want.
Yeah, it's funny that you say, like, these kids are using, like, new slang and shit. I wouldn't even know what the fuck they're talking about. I only know, like, gangster rap from the 90s and the early aughts.
Bro, what's the fucking Riz?
Oh, yeah,
I can't deal with all that shit.
Yeah, I just, like...
I got teenage kids, dude. My boys, some of the shit they say, I'm like, yo, you sound dumb as fuck.
Bro, how about when the fucking adults say it?
Oh, yeah.
It's even worse. When I hear an adult say it, I'm like, come on, man.
You fucking sausage. Yo, some guy fucking said no cap.
I've never said that unless I was joking.
Dude, I had to Google it. No cap.
Yeah, the one thing that fucking drives me the most, the most fucking nuts, and it's, like, not even a big deal. But this new thing where everybody's like, no matter what you say, they're like, facts.
Oh, bro.
Facts. Yo, stop fucking saying facts. Oh. I know it's true. I said it, motherfucker. You know what I mean? Like, what the fuck?
Facts. It's facts.
I hate it, man.
Yeah.
But I'm sure our parents thought the same shit when we were fucking saying, like, cool beans and shit like that. You know what I mean?
Right.
Hey, you know what? I think this...
You know what really steams my beans?
You know what really steams my beans? These kids these days and all their slang words.
Bro,
they're not even cool slang words either.
Nah, bro. I don't know what the Riz is. I don't want to know. I've never said no cap my entire life. What other shit do they say?
On God.
On God.
On God.
On God.
You know what this?
So when I was growing up, it wasn't on God. It was what was it? Everybody used to say, like, on my dead dog or some shit.
Yeah, or on dead homies or some shit.
On my dead dogs.
Yeah, I don't know.
Me and my friends were little assholes too. Like, that's what, like, all the gangster dudes would say when I was younger. So then me and all my boys would be like, yo, say on dead frogs. Oh,
yeah.
Shit.
I mean, I said word a lot.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, word?
Shut the fucking thing up.
Yeah, dude, the slang now, it's just like,
Stupid.
It's so fucking stupid, dude.
There's so much of
I
it.
feel like such an old man, but I'm just like, oh, dude, this is so stupid.
Yeah, it doesn't even make sense.
Yeah. I'm sure our parents did the same thing, but...
Bro, everything about youth sucks. Like, they're really just a culture of fucking flops. There's just nothing going on. There's nothing to them. It's fucking... Like, yo, back to that thing with the bar we were talking about earlier, where you had to, like, walk up to, like, chicks and talk to chicks. It's all digital. They like their pictures, they text them. Like, nobody fucking grabs their balls and goes up to the girls anymore. You know?
Yeah, no game.
Yeah, you call that Riz? Dude, just swiping until someone's like, I like you too, from your fucking picture. It's like, dude, get rejected, Or even just talking to other dudes, Like, you got your little circle of friends and shit, but, like, try to make a new friend at a bar, dude.
Yeah.
They're not capable. The youth is just so fucking shot. No social skills. And they don't scrap. It's like, and then you see, like, the tough talk on the internet where they're like, drop that addy, yo. Why? So you can drive by and, like, shoot up someone's mother's house? It's like the lamest fucking fake tough guy shit.
But also, look at all the fucking new rappers and shit. Yeah. What are they? Weigh like 85 pounds. They don't wear a shirt.
Pearls.
They look like fucking dude. and they got fucking beads in their hair and shit. You ain't scary.
Yeah. Bro, you wearing pants so
No.
tight you can see the veins in your dick. It's like
Yeah.
the whole
Fucking
thing.
weird.
I just thinking back, like you were talking about Rough Riders, fucking DMX and shit. That motherfucker was scary.
Yeah.
Doing push-ups and curls. I wanted like one of those fucking guys in that junkyard, you know, so I could fucking yoke dudes up.
what
I
about,
wanted to be a
like-
tough guy?
Dude, what about like the fucking when it was beef in the rap game back in like the 90s and 80s? Like these dudes were like, "When I see you, you're dead," and like they fucking meant it.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Like if I see you, you're fucking dead, bro.
right, 100%. You know, I remember, you remember when Biggie Smalls and Tupac, each one got killed, right? But it was rare. It was like,
Yeah.
it was fucking. Now every week a rapper.
Yeah, because when they see
Oh,
each
yeah.
other, they see each other in a club and they fight. Somebody might get stabbed, but like nobody was dying.
now every week somebody's shot. One of these rappers. Fucking these guys are
Yeah,
dead.
because
These kids
that's
are
all they
dead.
rap about is fucking killing each other and shit. And it's like,
Well, and they do dumb shit. Like they'll get on IG Live and they're like, "I'm in the ops neighborhood," and like they'll be like, you know what I mean?
Right.
In their neighborhood, like obviously you're gonna get shot. You're being a fucking
yeah.
asshole.
And then
Right.
they go on a podcast and admit to killing the guy, and then they get arrested.
Yeah.
And they're like, what the fuck happened?
Stupid.
Yeah.
I blame it on the fucking Klonopin dude.
You know, there used
Yeah,
to be
dude.
like rules in certain neighborhoods where like when like all the men knew each other, when men were men, and
Yeah,
only
yeah.
certain guys were given the authority to pack a gun. So if shit
Yeah.
did snap off, you know, nobody had the potential to pull out a fucking gun, you know? Like certain
Right.
guys were authorized by a certain figure in the neighborhood. They were like, you know, Lodgepike is the one that's allowed to carry a piece within these blocks, you know? And that's it. And you're like an authority figure.
Yeah,
That way-
peacekeeper.
Yeah, things happen, man. People are gonna fight. All right, somebody might get hit with like a fucking, a lock in a sock or some goofy shit, but everybody wasn't pulling out guns
Yeah.
and fucking shooting each other.
Yeah, you were still going home.
Still going home.
Yeah, that's what beefing was fun, you know, like beefing my whole life, like fucking getting the shit beat out of me, like by three dudes. But then you wake up in the morning, you just have a bunch of eggs on your head. You're just like,
Yo,
oh,
that was
fucked
big.
up.
That
Oh,
was
yeah.
big back in the day. Like now that I'm a grown up, I've talked to a lot more people from like. That seemed to like be the thing. Like you just get jumped,
Yeah.
and the next
Yeah.
day you jump them with your boys.
Right. Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's the best part. That's the best part. Catching like some kid coming out of, like a bodega. There's four of you.
Yeah,
standing
yeah.
there, and that
Yeah.
old fuck
Oh,
look
yeah.
on his face, you know. It's the night before.
Yeah,
they were
or
fucking,
seeing someone in a car and cutting them off and hopping out and you're ripping your shirts off. Like, that was just good old fashioned fun.
Yeah.
Nobody was getting killed. Nobody was getting stabbed. You just beat the shit out of each other and then talk shit all night.
The last time I got fucking hopped good was like 2011, and I had just rescued this fucking pit bull. I got a bunch of pits, right? So I'm on the Upper East Side, the area where I said I had the most fun, you know. So I'm on the Upper East Side. I got this apartment above these two bars. I got a bunch of pit bulls up there, and I just rescued one. So they all got along. So I just walked them one by one, though, you know. So I go upstairs and I bring the first fucking dog downstairs, and some kid had fucking puked on my stoop because I was above two bars, and I was fucking tight because I had the dog, and I had to step over. We started arguing, and like he kind of put his dukes up, so I just fucking rocked him, and he was all hammered. He took a seat. I walked the dog. I came back, and he had like 7 or 8 friends in the bar. So now I'm sitting there. This kid's got a bloody nose, and they're all looking at me. And they're talking shit, and I'm talking shit back. My doorway is like 5 feet away. I just can't get to it because they're all outside. I live above the bars, you know? And I got this pit bull, but I don't know it because I just rescued it. My other 2 dogs are upstairs, and I know they would fucking, show their teeth and get down. But this one I just fucking rescued. And I was rehoming. So they're talking all this shit, and they're like, "You gonna fucking sick the dog on us?" And I was like, "Yeah, you motherfuckers are gonna get it." So I'm like tugging on his fucking chain and shit. And I fucking popped it off the chain, like I bent over, and it fucking walked over to the first dude and it started sniffing his sneakers and wagging its tail. And they were on me like flies on shit. And the dog watched me
what
get my
the
ass
fuck?
whipped.
Dude, actually, funny story about fucking dogs and fighting. We were at this party one time back in the day. My brother's a fucking psychopath. He's a fucking drunk, and he used to always start shit. we're at our boy's house, and these two kids showed up. We had like some fucking beef with for whatever reason, and my brother just like walks up to him and like grabs his 12-pack and is like, "Get the fuck out of here." So we all start, like me and my brothers start beating the shit out of these two kids, and they're like, "All right, we'll see you later." They left. My boy, his dog just had like surgery or whatever, and he had these like dog tranquilizers or something, and we were just like, dude, we're just like popping them like I don't know what the fuck they were, and we're fucking drinking like heavy. These dudes waited till fucking like 4 o'clock in the morning. They went up? Yeah, dude, we were like, dude, my brother was passed out in the basement, like on the basement, dude, like on the fucking concrete floor and shit. And they showed up with like 12 dudes. They kicked down the door, stormed the house, beat the shit out of everybody, dude. My brother had like fucking boot marks that you could see like on his face and shit. And it was funny though, because I was the one fighting. I passed out in bed with like my best friend, no homo. But this dude busts in and he goes, "Who's that?" I slept through the whole thing. I didn't know anything. He's like, "Who's that?" My boy's like, "What the fuck?" This kid picks up a telephone, starts punching my friend in the face with a telephone. Like a fucking corded phone, dude. Like, bang, bang. And his face was fucking, dude, mashed potatoes. We all woke up in the morning. I was perfectly fine. Everybody else, dude, got the shit beaten out of them. There's just like blood smeared all over the fucking place. And it's like, but that was it. You know what I mean? It was just like, all right, well, yeah, we still have beef with these fucking kids, and you live, you didn't get stabbed. Dude, I was like so fucked. Dude, these dog tranquilizers, I've never been so fucked. Dude, I literally like fell into a closet, like broke the door, like fell on some clothes, like just slept there, But yeah, dude, all in good fun. Yeah, these kids nowadays, you gotta just again, Friday is definitely still one of my favorite movies of all time though. There's a lot of lessons to be learned there, dude. And killer soundtrack. Big time.
That fucking movie's it's legendary.
Oh yeah.
Everything
dude,
about
Ice Cube.
it. No, say dealing with neighborhood bullies, falling in love.
Oh yeah.
High.
Dude, fucking Debo, dude.
Yeah.
But all right, we're at fucking 2 hours. We gotta start shutting this shit down because the storm that hit me like an hour ago moved over to Loctite, and he's about to lose some power. So we're gonna thank those motherfuckers that make this show possible.
Up first, we got Dan at No Luck Paintworks in Manchester, New Hampshire, cooking up the dopest motherfucking custom paint jobs. If you want to take your bike to the next level, hit him up. No Luck Paintworks on Instagram. Get on the fucking list for this winter. The list fills out fast. I promise you will not be fucking disappointed. Next, we got Deadbeat Customs, the creator of the Deadbeat Retreat, where all lowlifes go to die. Deadbeat has a little bit of everything for everyone, from Dyna Bros to Chopper Guys, performance baggers. We need luggage, a vest, helmets, glasses. They got fucking everything at deadbeatcustoms.com. Use code LOWLIFE at checkout. Next, we got Stay Strong Co., the creator of the best goddamn hot sauce in the entire fucking world. It is delicious on everything. He did a collab with us, the Lowlife Chopper Sauce. It's fucking amazing. And listen, it's not your regular hot sauce. It's not vinegar-based. It's like more of a barbecue consistency. So you can use it as a glaze. You can use it as hot sauce. Put it on your eggs. Whatever the fuck you want to do. It is amazing. Check them out. StayStrongCo.org. And order some motherfucking hot sauce. Next, we got Lowbrow Customs. Everything you need for the road ahead. One of the only websites where you can build an entire chopper in one fucking place. Steve and his team support the chopper community like no other. This motherfucker, any show you go to, there will be a Lowbrow banner, I promise. So help us repay the motherfucking favor by shopping at lowbrowcustoms.com.
Oh, I'm up. I had to walk away because pee is stored in the balls and I got baby nuts. First up, we got We Motor Co. We wrench, we ride, we Motor Co. Gaucho over there, he got gear for riders so you can still afford to ride, like the sub $300 club style vest with the little slit for your motherfucking glasses. Also, Kevlar lined flannels. I'm getting 2, I think, because I can't decide. They got the blacked out version and like the fucking OG fucking Dr. Dre fucking flannel from like the 90s. I don't know what it's called, but it's a lumberjack, dude. Go over,
lumberjack.
Dude. It's fucking sick. And dude, it's fall, so I need some extra heft. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna get both of those. Go over to wemotorco.com and use Lowlife at checkout. Next up, we got our boy Matt from Burnt Up Wood Burning, my second dad. Photorealistic wood burning designs from choppers and hot rods to pets and hot rods. Matt's your man. He's an old school dude. He has a fucking neck tattoo. This guy's about it.
Gangsta.
He's living the life, dude. Him and his son riding all around, fucking crushing miles, beautiful wife, and he uses the mitts. He doesn't use this fucking fancy chat GPT, all this fucking gay ass shit. He uses his mitts to burn wood to make art they can hang up in your foyer. Go check him out. And so generous. He gave us a bunch of shit to give away. Dude, Ray, he showed up at the fucking camp, dude, at DBR, and he goes, hey, what's your motorcycle? Oh, it's a cone shovel. Here you go. Hang that up in your parlor, bruh. So, support Matt. Support his son, Silver City Co., Austin. Another fucking crusher of miles. I can only hope to have this kind of relationship with my son. Austin is now offering welding, fabrication, and small maintenance out of Meriden, Connecticut. Bikes, cars, all sorts of fucked up shit. Hit him up. The apple doesn't fall too far from the tree. Him and his dad are thick as thieves. Last but not least, Oxford Co. Choppas. The original bad boy. The future people's champ. This motherfucker he's gonna win all the awards. I've never met a dude so focused, and he comes out with the toughest fucking bikes, from handlebars and hardtails, hard parts for hard men. Home of the $900 hardtail, installed, all TIG welded, in-house, USA made steel, cast axle plates, and frame restoration. I know a couple of you guys warped your frames at Deadbeat. Bring them over to Chris. He'll make them right again. All right, last but not least, my boy Loctite from Loctite's motherfucking Chop Shop.
Come be looking up in New Hampshire for all your pinstriping needs. Hit me up. Whether you need some fucking custom garage signage or get that personal touch on your chopper, let me know. Loctite's Chop Shop on Instagram.
Last but not least,
This
show, the Lowlife podcast. We don't do choppers anymore. Well, sometimes we do, but we do whatever the fuck we want. It's a labor of love. And this was actually this is like one of the first ones where we're just like, you know what, fuck fucking motorcycles. We're talking about bars. We're talking about fucking nefarious deeds. We're talking about the fucking mafia. This is what we're about. The new website is not live. I have not had a fucking minute to get to it. I re-upped on our both domains, so we're going to own those for another year. I'm going to figure it out eventually, but get over to all our shops and socials. Check out our archive. Check out our YouTube videos. And eventually I'll have an updated... if anybody's like a web designer or something and wants to do this shit for me, please let me know. I will pay you so I don't have to do this. Because my brain, dude, when I start working on this like DNS settings and all this fucking gay shit, it starts to shrivel like in my head. And I just like want to fucking cry on the ground. So if you're like good with this sort of shit, hit me up and let me know. And I will pay you for your time because I cannot deal with it anymore. And I don't think Loctite's going to do it.
Nah. I can barely get on this fucking meeting every week.
All right. So, dude, Benny, this is one of my favorite episodes that we've done. Super solid dude. I love the bar. We're going to be doing some more stuff in the future for sure. And definitely.
We're getting back up there. Whether it's just me and Rhino, we're definitely heading up to get some of that pizza.
Oh, we got to head out there too. Come see you guys, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, for real. I mean, we got space out here too. So if we should definitely do that. We used to call it back in my day the Urkel Exchange, where you'd go to someone's house and then they'd come to your house.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Urkel Exchange. Urkel. I'm talking about family
we
matters.
used to do like when we would go somewhere, like to like say for like going to your bar, and like we're homies, right? We would take something from your bar, bring it back home, and then send you a picture. That way you gotta come down and get it.
That's fucking dope. It's almost like a cleaner version. Not really. Say hide the Duke. You guys ever hide the Duke before?
No.
Yo, you just go to like a party in high school, take like a shit in some girl's parents' like closet, and call her the next day and be like,
Oh my
I left my
God.
hat, my keys, and I think some shit. Can you check your closet?
That's fucking
Oh,
funny.
dude. One time at a hotel room, it was like the shittiest hotel we ever stayed at, and my boy fucking took a dump in the microwave. Cranked that bitch all the way up for as long as it would go, and we just walked out of that place, dude. But like going down the hallway, we're like 100 yards down the hallway, you could start to smell it, dude.
That's fucking dope.
That's fucking heinous.
That's wild.
what it used to be about, you know?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, just good, clean fun. All right, Benny, stick around. We will see you motherfuckers next week on the Lowlife Podcast.